Sorry guys, some power fluctuation here, because of that some glitches. Okay. Yeah, we are trying to build this pipeline. We want to move the data to S3 bucket first, and from S3 bucket to Snowflake, and using Snowpipe, we want to see how streams detect the new rows and then tasks run on the data. And finally, we will save in the data warehouse. The crucial things here we have to focus on is the integration part with Snowflake. So a lot of people confuse here. It is a bit confusing because of the nature. There were two different clouds. Uh, it's a bit like not strenuous work, a bit confusing work. First, let us start from there. First, we should go to our AWS account. It's already here. And I'll just take you to this option one, which we are going to use. That is configuring a Snowflake storage integration to access Amazon S3. I just now mentioned where we will get the information from here. So how to mention your buckets, which you want to integrate with your Snowflake, everything. You can go through this documentation, get this template. I have modified this template, and you can see the modified version of it here. And here the two key things you need to understand is these two. This one and this one. These two. This is called Snowflake User ARN. Actually, ARN stands for Amazon Resource Number, right? Like an unique identifier. That thing you should create for Snowflake, and you have to put it here. And second thing is this one, which is like external storage ID. Okay. Initially, you don't know these things because we didn't created any integration. We didn't created any user on Snowflake. So you don't know anything. Just put some random format like this. ARN, AWS, IAM. Instead of this, you can use your own AWS account ID. You'll get an account ID from AWS. See this one. You can use this and rest of the things, colon user slash, you can put some random things here. Why? Only after creating this trust relationship, you will be able to create user. So this is a bit confusing part, guys. Just focus here. So the key thing, confusing part is in Snowflake, we have to create integration. You can see Snowflake S3 integration. You know what integration term means. You are integrating with AWS. Storage is on AWS, but computation you are doing on Snowflake. You have to create an integration. But to create this integration, you need to create role first. Trust relationship especially. But what AWS expects, to create a trust relationship, you have to bring this user ARN. Where we can get this user ARN? After creating the integration. So it's a bit tricky. After creating the integration only, you'll get the ARN. So what we will do initially, we will give some fake user ARN. But it has to be in right syntax. It appears to be a right one for AWS. How? There should be RN colon AWS colon IAM, and then some identity number should be there. Instead of this, you can use your AWS account ID, and then colon user slash some random numbers. You'll put it over here. And then here you can keep anything. This is also we should get from Snowflake actually. Here you can put anything. You can just type in anything. These two, initially you have to put some fake things. You'll create a trust policy. After creating trust policy, you will add permissions. See, I'm just doing this trial and error. I have added these many, but these many are not required. Just AWS S3 full access is enough. Or you can just create a policy only for your bucket. And you can add that. Anything is fine. Actually, these two are not required. Amazon S3 full access is enough. You have to create this. Create and then go to Snowflake. Just give me a minute, guys. Sorry. So this is crucial thing on AWS. We have to create a role with trust relationship with the fake AWS user ID and some random external ID. After this, you will come to your Snowflake and click on this button. You have a SQL worksheet. Just click on it. A SQL worksheet will open. You come back here. The first thing you have to do is create a database because we need to bring in data into the database. So you have to create a database. Already database is there. So I'm using use database demo DB. Before that, we have to create the database. Create database. They can be capital or small. Demo DB. When you create a database, it will get created with schema public already. So no need to mention that. You have to run this create database demo DB in advance running this course. I mean code, sorry. So I'm deleting this. And then we will say use database demo DB and use schema public. I'll run this first. Okay, statement executed successfully. Now we have database here and we have storage in S3. Which storage? S3, I'll go here. You have to create a storage bucket. Create bucket. Just give a name and create bucket. So other things are not required. You can keep your bucket private. You can keep all the options as it is. You can just give a bucket name. That's it. I have already created one. This one, Snowflake Integration 2025. This is the bucket. And here I have a folder called IoT data. And here we are going to bring in all the data that generates in real time. Now I want to integrate Snowflake with this bucket. So remember the name, Snowflake Integration 2025. I'll go here, See, after creating database and the storage, now both are there, and also we have created IAM role. 3 things are there. Now we will create external stage to S3 bucket. See, we discussed stage, right? Stage means a storage like S3 only. You can bring all the data to stage first. And from here, you can move it to your bucket. Not bucket, database, DemoDB database. Okay, in this way. Give me a minute. Sorry. After this, we are creating the file format. We are telling that the data is going to come in JSON. Run it. Now here we are creating an external stage. The stage is S3 bucket. We have internal stage in Snowflake. Now we want to create an external stage. This external stage is nothing but this S3 bucket. Snowflake integration 2025. We are going to use that as stage in this bucket from AWS. We are going to make it as a stage within here, within the Snowflake here. So you see here, create or replace stage. We are naming it as IoT stage. You can give any name. And the URL, if you see, S3 Snowflake integration 2025 IoT data. Where did I get this from? From here. This bucket, I'll select the folder, copy the URL, and that is this URL, which I have placed here. Instead of copying the URL, copy the URI. See, that is the URI here. Even though we have called it URL, it is URI actually. And we are naming this integration, this is a storage integration, as Snowflake S3 integration. And mentioning that file format is JSON format. We are creating a stage, which is nothing but a platform where the files can be saved as it is, raw data. We are adding S3 as external stage. Okay, let us run this. Run it. Okay. And once it is done, this part will be little confusing as I told you. Suppose if it fails, you have to go back to your IAM and then go to your roles, this role where you have created the trust relationship. So just make your trial and error. Try with different IDs here, different names here. It will take some time, 1 or 2 tries, because you are faking up things here. Later on, once everything is created, you will place the right things. But initially, you have to struggle a bit over here. That's why I'm not going with a new thing. I am explaining the thing that is already there. First, you have to give some random thing here in this format and try to establish integration. See this integration. So after this integration is successful, you'll check show integration. Show. Run this. See, I have created IoT S3 integration, S3 int, Snowflake S3 integration, which is the name of this one, Snowflake S3 integration. You can see it got created sometime. The time is not like exact one, but that's fine. So Snowflake S3 integration was there. Now we should know some things about this Snowflake integration or the integration which we have created just now. For that, we will use this command called DSC. DSC stands for describe. Describe integration. What is our integration name? You have to give that. Copy and paste here. Only this line, select and run. Okay, you see the details of the integration are like this. Storage provider S3, yes. Storage allowed location S3 Snowflake integration 2025. That is the bucket name. And the crucial things here we should note down are these. Storage AWS IAM user and the storage AWS external ID. These two. See, remember I told you, you have to give some fake external ID, fake IAM user ARN. And after you will create the integration. Even though you have given the fake ones, the integration will be successful. Once the integration is success, you will know your actual things. So the AWS IAM user ARN, it will not take that ARN. Instead, it will create one new ARN. So this integration's identity for AWS, this is going to be how AWS identify this integration. So you should copy this and give it here. Principal. This is the principal. And then external ID. So you should also copy this and give it here. External ID. Once it is done, you are successfully connected or integrated your S3 bucket and Snowflake. You can go for compute. Your storage is success. Now you can go for compute. Okay, step 4, we will create raw landing table. Before running this, yeah, just I'll run this. I'll just run this part. Run from here once again. Run it. Okay, and then this one, we are declaring that it is JSON data type. And then we are creating this one, which is integration. After creating integration, we will create the table for raw data. See this variant data type, meaning all the data will go into one column. That is a variant data type. We don't know the schema of the data, so we just want to, it's a semi-structured data, JSON data. So we just want to create a table with only one column called variant, and all the data will go into that column. This was done. Now I'll run my code which generates data. I'll run it. And you can see pushed data to S3. And this is the ID. One more data set is pushed. Micro batches of data is being pushed. One more batch of data is pushed into S3. Enough. I'll stop this. And same thing, I'll check in my S3 bucket. In the S3 bucket and folder IoT data, and you can see the new data came in. Now new data is there that has to be pushed into the Snowflake. Integration is there, and also the table is there. And into this table, we want to push the data. And that thing we are doing through pipe, snow pipe. We are saying auto ingest equal to true. And we have created IoT stage here. See, which is nothing but that bucket. Whenever a new data comes into the IoT stage, it will be pushed into the pipe. We will create this. Okay. For testing, we will alter the pipe. That means refreshing the pipe. Whenever new data arrives into the IoT stage, that is S3 bucket, automatically the pipe gets it. We have refreshed it and you can see the data. Since we have refreshed, we got all the data. Okay. And then create and replace stream. We first will bring in all the raw data and then we will pick up the new data, right? So we are creating a IoT raw stream. Run it. It was created. And after processing, to save the data, we need a table. I'm creating that table. Run it. See, I know these metrics already, parameters, device ID, humidity, status. So that are part of the data I want to show you. This one which I downloaded from S3 bucket earlier. It looks like this: device ID, temperature, humidity, status, timestamp. So with that attributes, I am creating a table over here. And also added process at timestamp. Okay, now we created the stream. See which streams all the data, raw data. All the raw data in the sense that is available in the pipe. And from here, we are creating a table. We will do the processing of the data and write into the table. Okay, this one. Run this. Okay, I'm creating a task for every 1 minute. Schedule 1 minute. What it has to do? It has to insert the data, device ID, humidity, status, processed, and select the things and insert into data warehouse. That is the task. For every 1 minute, it has to do that. So that is a task. And alter the task because we want to start over the task. So alter the task. So if things are done well, if things are configured well, especially the integration between the S3 bucket and the Snowflake was done well, we should see the results. Select everything from IoT processed where it is. It is in the data warehouse called compute WH. I just want to show you the data warehouses. Where space is missing. Space should not be there. Anyways, show data warehouses is not working. Maybe let us say show warehouse, warehouses, maybe, yeah. The keyword should be there. Show warehouses, run it. I have compute warehouse, Snowflake, learning warehouse, and some other warehouse which stores notebook details and all. I can make use of this compute warehouse. I'm making use of that and writing all the data into the warehouse. And that is a task. The task is it has to run for every 1 minute. Okay, let us run this and check how it's working. Run. No data arrived. Okay, alter task. We'll run this once again. What went wrong? The raw data. Okay, we will run this. The data is available in raw format. Sent into the pipe. Now from here, we will stream the data. And stream this data into the warehouse. Run it. Okay, now select this. Alter pipe refresh. And one more time I'll run this. Okay, first of all, let us check the stream. Select everything from the IoT raw stream. Yes, data is coming into the raw stream. And here, from the stream, the data should be moved to warehouse. Before that, we should create a table. So this part is creating table, run it. Table got created, it's already there, it will get replaced. If it is already there, it will get replaced. And run this. See, process IoT data successfully created. And enable the task. Select this. Finally, we will check the process data. Yeah, now it is there. Right, that's how you can stream and apply tasks on your data. Here, the streaming part, if you see, create or replace stream, IoT stream. So all the data, new data will be taken by the stream. And you are saying the task to write every 1 minute into the data warehouse. You can use aggregation tasks, average tasks, any tasks you can, but here we are putting it simple. Just all the data comes for every 1 minute, that data has to be put into the data warehouse. That is a task. Here stream filters the new data. There is stream. Stream gets the new records from the raw data. and the tasks will select the data for every 1 minute and put it into the warehouse. Right, and that is a use case, guys. Thank you, everyone. If you have any doubts, you can please ask.